Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Talanta MKU. Welcome back to Talanta MKU, beautiful people. I hope you are having an amazing time right here with us. So guys, like I had told you, the elections are just around the corner. So we need to have these conversations, get to know how prepared the school is for the elections, and any question related to the elections, you are free to ask in our comment section. Like I had told you, today we are joined by a very special guest. Our mom, Madam Dean, is here in the building. Welcome, Madam Dean.
Thank you so much.
So, yeah, your mic is okay. So, for those who probably are seeing you for the first time, or like for the new students, I think it would be prudent for you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's your camera.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Purity Duo, and I am the Deputy Dean of Students, Mount Kenya University. And as you've called me, I'm a mother to so many of you. Yeah, not just because of the age, but also because I embrace all. Thank you. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So like I said, today we are having conversations centered around the Mkusa elections. So again, for the sake of the new students who probably don't even know what Mkusa is, kindly take us through what Mkusa is and what their role is in the institution.
Okay, Mkusa is an acronym actually, and it stands for Mount Kenya University Student Association. And for you to belong or to be a member of Mount Kenya University Student Association, the only thing you need to do is to register as a student.
Okay.
The minute you join the Mount Kenya University family and you become a student undertaking any program, you automatically become a member of the Mount Kenya University Student Association.
Okay.
Yes. And you've also asked about the role that is played by the Mkusa.
Yes.
Mkusa, now that the association requires representatives, and this becomes now the representatives of the students. And one thing I could say is that the council member or the Mkusa council member is entrenched not just in the Mkusa constitution, but also in the laws of the land under what we call the University Act. It is what guides how the elections are supposed to be held and who is supposed to hold the positions by virtue of the titles. And that is why you will find that when you, from any institution of higher learning, especially at the university level, we have those positions. So there are normally 7 positions, and the 4 positions, number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, that is the chair of the commission, or the association, sorry, the vice chair, the gen, that is secretary general, and also the finance. Those ones are stipulated by the law. They're supposed to be that way. But then the law also gives a provision for 3 special seats. And every institution decides what they call special. And by special, we are talking about seats that represent the interest, special interest of the students. And in Mount Kenya University, the special seats that we have, one is entertainment and social welfare and sports. And then you also have the academics, given that we are an academic institution. And maybe also to mention, because I know the people who will be listening to us are not only in Thika campus.
Yeah.
Thika campus hold the executive seats, the 7, because you also become the governing council executive. By governing council, I'm saying that every campus has a member who represents the interests of the campus at the governing council, which we hold at least once or twice a year, and therefore the chair of every campus and the gen in every campus, they form the governing council. So I talked about the 7 positions that are under the main campus. In campuses, given the numbers that we have some campuses that we give 5 positions, and others that we give 3.
Okay.
And maybe I could also mention that Mount Kenya University also has what we call a TVET wing. and that is Equip Africa. Equip Africa is also represented in one way or the other. They also have their own representatives, but for now, under the current, the way the elections have been organized, they will also have delegates who also are supposed to elect the leaders like the rest of the students. I hope I've answered your question as you wanted me to do.
Yes, you have.
Thank you.
Now, you have mentioned that the only what qualifies someone to actually be a member of the MKUSA is being a student, a registered student of Mount Kenya University.
That is the Mount Kenya University Student Association.
But now
not the positions of leadership. I'm talking about the Mount Kenya University Student Association. The council members come to represent the entire body of the students. Yes.
So now, which criteria do you use to scrutinize the students when they vie for these positions, being part of the council members?
Okay, the number one, I will say that what guides the selection criteria is not an individual. I don't wake up one morning and say this is what you're going to look at. We have the MKUSA Constitution, which was actually written by student leaders themselves. And that is what we normally use. And what it does, the requirements look at the interests of the students. Because you want somebody who will serve the student with integrity, and also who will be there for the students up to the next election. So basically, what you look for, the criteria we use is what is enshrined in the MKUSA Constitution. But unfortunately, most students have not read it. They need to read. It is there. It is in the portal. Not the portal, but the website. It's downloadable, and it is necessary to read, and you'll be able to understand what actually it takes. Although also the system has a way of also sieving out some of the students who do not qualify. Yeah.
So I'm very sure that during times like this, when elections are forthcoming, so many students come forward in a bid to actually wish to take upon this, the positions that are available in the council. Do we have like a vetting process whereby we now sieve those who will be in the ballot?
Again, in the Constitution, it is still enshrined that there shall be a vetting committee which will be appointed by the CRO. That is the Chief Returning Officer, who is my boss, the Dean of Students, Dr. Emmanuel. And that is the committee that sits down and listens and also looks at the criterion. Still again, they will be guided by the Constitution. Like for example, when it comes to the grade, because again, we want bona fide students who are serious students. What are we looking at? Has this student been in the university long enough to understand the system? That is very critical. For example, if you just joined this January, clearly you can't qualify, because you will not be able to represent students because you don't understand how things are run. So we are going to allow you a whole year. During this year, you have interacted with students, the systems, different student lives. And therefore, as you represent the students, you understand what it takes to be a student. So then, after that, we want you to be here for another 1 year. Because from an election to an election, the students need to be served. They need to be represented in different committees. They need their voice to be heard. So again, if you leave midway, you leave the student again unrepresented. So that is why the Constitution requires you to be able to serve for a 12-month period. Yes. So the committee, when it sits down, they look at all that. They look at whether you're a bona fide student. They look at your grades. They look at your consistency. Because again, we don't want you to come into the office and then we fail you. How do we fail you? We fail you by not having you graduate on time. So you also we always remind our student leaders that you are a student first, then leadership follows. So we encourage you not to break, but to continually take your classes and do good. By that I mean, you pass in your exams. Also to be a good example.
True.
Yes.
there are voters in this process.
Okay, they are voters.
Who are the voters, and what is the voting registration process?
The voters are the members of Mount Kenya University Student Association. And let me just say, okay, not all members of who have registered as students are able to vote. Why do I say so? The student leaders who are on regular mode are able to represent the students who are on regular mode.
Yeah.
We also have students who come here during the holidays, as you're aware.
Yes.
The Bell students. The Constitution also takes care of them. They have representatives who they call the session reps. So they have their own form of election. So for them, then they are not involved in this particular election. So the system has a way of not allowing every student to vote in this particular election, so that they are also allowed to vote for their own election. So for this particular election, those who qualify to vote are those who are regular students. And then apart from that, it is not automatic for you to vote just because you registered. You must again register as a voter.
Okay.
And unfortunately, as we talk right now before I came here, the voter registration is very poor. By a time like now last year, I had over 10,000 students who had registered as voters. And right now I have 1,000, I think, and something. So there's a lot to be done. Yeah. And it is very simple to register as a voter. All you need to do is go to your portal, and you will see below their choices, and one of the choices is elections. Yeah. You just go there and register as a voter for the delegates, because that is a critical one where every student participates in their department. The other thing is that there's also another criterion we selected today. It is called voting for commissioners. That's a dummy vote. A dummy election. By a dummy election, already you have selected the commissioners. Yeah. We want you to be able to practice with that, to see how well you are able to be ready for the fifth election. So I want to call upon the students to register in big numbers. When you don't register, you don't vote, don't complain. Yeah. Yeah, because you'll have failed yourselves. So it is your right to vote in the leaders of your choice, and the only way to do that is to be able to register. So I'm sure the student who came in May last year, those who joined in September, those who have joined in January, they haven't registered yet, and they need to. Yes.
Permit me to ask Madam Dean, could it be that the problem is sensitization? They've not been made aware that they're supposed to vote. That is why the voter registration is so low, or what could be the problem?
Precisely. Precisely. And I think this platform will really help, because some of them are hearing for the first time that there's an election. But there's also something interesting that normally happens. The delegates, as they look for votes, they also help very many of the students register. But I think we want this to be voluntary. Just go to your portal and do the needful. It takes less than a minute to do it, and it's at the palm of your hand to be able to do that. So yes, sensitization need to go on. We have time between now and the next few days, and we hope and we pray that by the time of the date, the morning of 5th, we'll have as many students register as possible to be able to exercise their democratic right. Yeah.
You have talked about delegates. I'm pretty sure there are some people who do not know who these delegates are. Can you take us through who the delegates are and what is their role in the election process? Okay.
So normally, especially as a country, we are used to the election whereby you talk about the universal suffrage. By universal suffrage, it is one man, one vote. Yeah. And that is what you used to have. The Mlolongo system, whereby you rather behind one person. Okay, it may not be physical, but because you are voting one person, it means that you all as a big group. But now under the University Act, because of the many things that used to happen, the universities look like they were just political grounds every other time. The parliament, in its own wisdom, decided that what we should have is what you call the delegate system or the collegiate system. In this regard, you vote for a delegate. So you are representative.
Yeah.
So like, for example, in Mount Kenya University, I know other institutions don't do it the way you do ours. We have different departments which have different numbers. For example, let me just talk about the School of Education. The School of Education has like 4 or so departments. So, and they have numbers. So what we have done is that we have it represented or divided into different constituencies. We call them constituencies. Like we have the special needs department, we have early childhood, and then we have curriculum development. Curriculum development carries beds and bedder. So normally that is what happens. Because of the way registration is done, that is back end, we couldn't be able to separate that. So as a result, you will find that during the election, because of the big numbers, we have given curriculum development 12 slots. But these 12 slots, the first 6 will go to beds, and the other first 6 at the bedder go to bedder, such that there's equal representation in that kind of arrangement. Then you'll go down again and you realize there are some schools which do not have big numbers. So we did not divide them into departments. They become a constituency by themselves. So that way, every school, every department is very well represented under the delegate system. So these delegates, once they are elected by the students, they are the ones now who are going to elect the 7 members that I mentioned, the 7 positions. They are the ones who will, on the 6th, the morning of 6th, come to elect the leaders. And it is believed that the students who have voted them in, they are coming to bring in, or they are coming with the interest of the students. We have sent you. Can you go and elect the person we have sent you to elect for us? Yeah.
Amazing. The system has been down from the beginning of 2026. There have been issues with the system. How prepared is the school for the elections in regards to the system?
Okay, normally what happens at the beginning of the semester, when there's so much that normally is happening, there is a uploading of marks by the departments. There is also the issue of unit registration and all that. So there's a lot of traffic. But by the time you're getting to elections, that is normally taken care of. We have had this is the 4th year, 2023, 2024, 25, and now 26. And we have been able to work around it. Sometimes there can be downtime, like let me say like last year, the system was opened at 6. By 7, it was almost going down. Do you know why? Everybody was telling everybody, now can we get in? So kila mtu, was there. So, but now it is open throughout the day. So by around 9, it had stabilized, and everyone was able to vote. Okay. Everybody was able to vote, and we want to believe that the same will be able to happen. Yes.
Amazing. So there have been allegations and rumors, Madam Dean, that the system can be hacked. How possible is it for the system to be hacked? I mean, how secure is the system?
Okay, I said this is the 4th time we are doing it. And the beautiful thing about the system of voting that we have, those students who have voted can actually say so. The minute you vote, it brings you a message that you have voted, and you have voted code number so and so. Because every candidate has a code. Yeah. And then it registers itself. It can even register, it does register even the time that you voted. So if you wanted to come back to our offices and confirm that I know I voted at this hour and I voted so and so, and you come with that message, we will be able to confirm for sure, because in real time it records. In fact, even if you wanted to audit last year's results, they are still there. So I don't think it will be possible, because the voting, the way it is done, you have to confirm yourself as a student first. Yeah. Either through an SMS or an email, you put a code. So I'm just wondering, personally, I know I'm an administrator, but there are some things I can't do. Like now, I can't vote. I can't vote. The student has to vote themselves. But I can see the results. But I cannot be able to change anything in that regard. So when it comes to matters of hacking, those are allegations, as you say, but they're unfounded because we have never had anything like that. But you know, something I will tell you about this, it is a political process.
Yeah.
And when it's a political process, you understand the dynamics of politics. And nobody loses. There are very few people who lose and they say, I lost fairly. Many times when a candidate will lose, they'll always try to put up a fight and they look for most incredible, kind of, excuses.
Yeah.
So that is expected. But again, we are saying that the system is auditable. And then let me tell you also something. The university has a working system. And a working system means that any student who feels that it wasn't done right, they have a right to appeal immediately. And appeals have happened. And appeals go all the way to the office of the vice chancellor. And even if one doesn't feel like that is okay, we still have other channels. And they will audit the system. And more likely than not, if the system is proved to be right, they just uphold. Yeah. So, as I said, those kind of allegations are very, very unfounded. Yeah.
So, allow me to take a question from our viewers. There is one aspirant in Secretary General position. Some students were saying there is a concern. Can they change anything about it?
You see, it is very interesting that our student, sometimes I get amazed. We opened the system in November. The whole of DEC, it was still open. January up to 5th. And there were only 2 applicants in that position of the SecGen. There was no given criteria. The only criteria that was given is be a bona fide student of MKU, having been here for 1 year, remaining 1 year. No one showed up except the 2. Yeah. Come the day of vetting, only 1 turns up. The other one say they are no longer interested. Oh, wow. So there was a contestant. So now what happens? What are we supposed to do? We gave the student an opportunity. They did not, and it was open, very much open, up to 5th of January. Actually, almost give people 2 months. But no, they did not register. They did not even come to tell us that I'm having a challenge in 1, 2, 3. So now when it happens that way, what do? We just do the need, he's just lucky. Yeah. He goes in and opposed. Yes. But as I said again, if the student body feel like they didn't happen right, can't you just appeal to the right offices? Yeah. But I'm wondering who that person is, who did not show up in November, in December, and now they want to show up because they have seen like there's an opportunity when we have done the whole process. It will be unfair because it was open that long. Yes.
So by virtue of being the only person contesting for that seat, is he already in office right now?
He goes in and opposed unless he declines again. But still, we cannot say that you cannot call him SG because that will be declared when the elections are done. But as of now, he's a candidate, but going in and opposed. Yes.
Okay, another question. Can they change the delegate system? Because I feel like it is so much tribal. Instead of focusing on aspirants' leadership goals and manifesto weight when it comes to choosing the leaders. If it could be better if the system is open for all the students to vote for the leaders individually.
Okay, yeah, that is quite interesting. And I mentioned early in this program that this is what used to be. And it's not Mount Kenya University that changed it. It was changed by the parliament. I personally do not have a problem with the delegate system. Every institution chooses how they're going to do theirs. If the delegates, the way they elected, they go the tribal way here, that's a choice that people have made. That is the way we would be doing it. But they can change the narrative.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way. So maybe the people who started it that way. But you can, the student can say, no, no, no. This time around, we are not going to do it this way. Let the delegates be made to choose. Wacha tusikue na mugawanyiko. But because what happens out there, it has nothing to do with us from our end. It is the way the students organize themselves.
Yeah.
And as I said, it would be good that students sit and ask themselves, is this the way we want to have to continue going with our politics? That is a choice they can make.
Yeah.
They can change the narrative. Yeah.
So, Madam Dean, let us shift gears a bit to the campaigns. What is the duration for the campaigns? Like, when do they start and when are they expected to end?
Interesting. When they come to campaigns, the campaigns are normally organized by the commission.
Mm-hmm.
And the commission is in place, and they take office from 27th. And the minute they take office, they're supposed to come up with a program. And the chair of the commission is the one who is supposed to tell the candidates when they start the campaigns,
Yeah.
when they stop. That is basically, because again, it just from our end, we are only maybe the custodian of the system.
Yeah.
But the entire election is supposed to be organized by the students who are the commission. And they're in office, and you will be hearing and seeing quite a bit of them because they are the ones who are going to even to drive the campaign for civic education, so that we have more student voting. They are going to create the rules. How do they expect the candidates to behave? How do they expect them to put up their posters? The rules of engagement, basically, they are going to be able to give us as of from Tuesday. Yeah. So I don't have the program.
Yeah.
If I had, or the calendar, if I had, I would have given you, but let us wait for Tuesday when they give us that. But they will be giving the program. Then again, let me just mention this.
Yeah.
This is an academic institution. And being an academic institution, it is not in our business to put the university in a forever campaign mode.
Yeah.
So we like it short and snappy, and then we go back to our business. And we have 2 weeks too. So they will tell us when. Again, our communists wanachoka. You cannot again put them in a whole month of just campaigns and Buzera and all that.
Yeah.
They also need to study, because thereafter cuts come.
True.
So as we said, we are also in the business of teaching and learning. Yes.
You have mentioned rules and regulations that will be set by the commission.
Yes.
What happens if an aspirant fails to abide by the rules that have been set?
The commission again will give discipline penalties. They normally give the penalties, and the other thing you need to know, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how you are campaigning, you are still a student, and being a student, you still bound by the rules of the university. So still, whether you are a candidate or not, if you are violating the rules, and if you are violating the rights of the other persons, you can still either be, you'll be taken through the disciplinary and what normally happens. So again, we ask people to be respectful and to remember that campaigns come, campaigns go, but we remain comrades, and we have an institution to guard. Yeah.
Now that only the delegates vote in the Mkusa, the cabinet, the body, what happens if a delegate fails to turn up for the election day?
There will be no election. But again, they will have failed the student body.
Yeah.
And therefore, the student also need to take them to task. We sent you to do 1, 2, 3, and then you created your own conditions. Because they're supposed to be, once they have been voted in by the students, they're supposed to come in and vote the candidates unconditionally. So now when they start raising conditions, that will be a form of blackmail, and they're going to deny the student leaders. Because again, according to the constitution, you must have leaders. So, and there will be no lacuna. If you don't vote, something has to be done, because students must be represented in one way or the other. Yeah. So as I said, it is the interest of the delegates to respect the views of the students and just go ahead and give them the leaders who are going to, steer the student body for the next 1 year.
What is the worst case scenario? I mean, what is the worst thing that can be done if we fail to elect leaders? What measures can the school take? Like,
I don't want to say what measures can be taken because that would have to go to various committees to be decided, and it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened, but believe you me, there will be no lacuna. There cannot be a lacuna. There's some of the student leaders who are there before who are still students. Yeah. So there's a lot. There are a lot of leaders around, but I would say I don't want to say what process can follow, but I will know that there will be something. There will be a group that will be there in the office for the next 1 year. Then again, I think the constitution has something to do with that. Not necessarily not being voted in, but if that student leader fails to deliver, the constitution is very, very comprehensive. I wish the student could lead. It has all that. It has all that. Again, it would guide us on what to do. And also the university, it has rules and regulation. They have statutes and schedules. So and all that guide us on what to do in every situation. Yeah.
Allow me take another question from our viewers. How are the commissioners selected?
Okay, the commissioners, it's a job like any other. You apply for the job, and once you apply for the job, number one, you must be a bona fide student of the university, that is of Mount Kenya University, and you must show leadership, and you must be able to, you must understand the process. Yeah, it's actually a job like any other. You must be fitted and suited for the job. Then as much as possible, which is normally a difficult balancing act, we try to make it as balanced as possible so that the interest of every student is taken care of. Yeah.
There is an opinion here. I'd also like to get your view on the same. Class reps are our only approach to curbing tribal politics. All class reps need to take control since they're the ones that experiment the challenges that students get. Talk of class attendance.
Okay, class rep is another level of leadership. For your information, we have very many leadership at the university, very many. MKUSA is just a political arm. But we recognize different leaderships in the university. For example, we have leaders who are in religious groups. They're also very critical. We have clubs, they're very critical. We have class reps, who again at the class level, they are very important. Without them, the students and the lecturers, there will be a struggle because they need to get a connecting factor. And also we have school reps. So let me get the question, what was it again?
It wasn't really a question, it was
an opinion. Yes, actually we recognize that as a university. And every semester we normally have a meeting with them. We get to listen to their views. And once in a while, where possible, the university has a way of motivating them. So we recognize what the school reps and the class reps do for the university. They do a lot. And you all can bear me witness. Sometimes unasikia mtu akisema sijui class iko wapi, class rep atatutumia message. So it's like, yeah, they are very important. So we recognize that. And we know that without class reps, masomo itakuwa ngumu.
So now, in your capacity as the Deputy Dean of Students, kindly address all the aspirants and tell them, whatever you would want them to know from your office.
Okay. From our office, we wish you well. Let the playground be fair. By fair means that let everybody else get a chance to look for this vote. And beyond the voting, beyond the election day, we still are comrades, and we still have an institution to guard. And MKU has a good name out there. We have a good name. We do our things and you do them well. We are always ahead of everyone else. We try. I'm not saying we try. So, and we are the people that we are looking onto to continue guarding that name, giving us a good election, giving us, also campaigns are fun, make them fun. We don't want fights, and it's not worth it. It's not worth a fight, really. It's not like a do or die. And comrades, give us the leaders who you'll be proud of for the next 1 year, who will represent you in different committees, different forums. We'll keep you busy in the rest of the year. But then they do a lot in making sure that the students are busy, bringing entertainments, connecting you to the what we call the world out there, the corporate and all that. So give us leaders. We are ready. The leaders you give us, by the way, the leaders we are given us, just give us leaders. We will train them. And by the time they're done with the year, you will see the transformation that happens. That is our work. We transform just ordinaries into extraordinary. Yes.
Amazing. So now, Madam Dean, an opinion also. What do you think about what Talanta MKU is doing, considering the fact that these are all students from the crew to everyone here? What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is what MKU is all about, nurturing talents, in reality. It's not, this is not what I would call a game, it's reality. You're doing it. And I know that even by the time you get to go to the world of work, you'll be very seasoned. You'll be very seasoned because you have what it takes. So again, thank you so much, Talanta, MKU. And we call for more of this, and continue educating our students, continue exposing this to our students, and even more and more, even how you'd be able to bring the world, even to the screen for them, the better. So we are happy. We are happy as a division, and we are happy as an office. Yes, as an institution again, we are very happy, and we wish you all the best. Yes.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for taking your time to be here with us tonight. We do not take it for granted. I hope our viewers, you have been enlightened. I hope the questions you had in mind have been answered. And do not forget that next week, from Tuesday, the 27th, to Friday, the 30th, we will be having our Mkusa debates right here. Get to know all your aspirants, their manifestos, get to have a first-hand interaction with them, ask them what you would wish to know, and we hope through this debate we will be able to help you know the leaders you would want to elect for the Mkusa positions. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing night. We have had very candid conversations, but time is not on our side. We have to say goodnight right now. But do not go anywhere, because Generali is coming back here for the entertainment segment. So do not go anywhere. I mean, we're still on, all right? Have a lovely night. My name is Ayieta Naomi Akinyi.
Thank you.